Well, it's that time again. Time for Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. Oh boy, am I so tired. So this one's gonna be a little sluggish, but then them's the way it goes, isn't it? Yeah. So, of course, we're continuing on with the Eternals. Issue number 5. Look alive for number 5. So, who's this curious character? Yeah, a character who wasn't even mentioned in the movie. Yeah. So the fate of the world rests with these four. Who are they? What are they? Oh, wow. Is that Professor X? No. No, it's not. I revealed this issue, The Power of Olympia. Yeah. So, this was Angelina Jolie's character of Athena. So, and again, this guy who's pretty significant for the Eternal story, but just was never even mentioned. I'm forgetting who this guy is, and this is Makari. You know, that girl who was also hearing impaired. So there you go. That's who she is. All right, so enough of that. Here we are, Jack Kirby's Eternals. So we're going to explore the home of the Eternals, the city of Olympia, not the planet of Olympia, which, according to the movie, never existed anyway. So, anyway, the mind-blowing secret is out. An extraordinary... What am I, an idiot? Yeah, pretty much. An extraordinary discovery has revealed what has puzzled humans throughout the ages, that there is an astounding truth behind all of mythology. But this hasn't happened in slow and easy stages. If you think future shock is a problem, try this strange experience of past shock. Follow the Eternals into Olympia. So here we have Cersei, and she's stunned by her reflection and is all depressed about it. Now, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the oldest juvenile of all? You see, this is part of Cersei's attitude where she was, cracking jokes and doing, and busting balls and stuff like that. There's none of that in the movie. She's just pretty much dead, Anyway, so here's, the girl, Makari. That's funny corn, Cersei. I hope you have a less whimsical reason for contacting Olympia. So, here she is, still there at her plush apartment with Margot. Your mirror, Cersei, it functions like a TV set. You're oversimplifying the facts, my dear Margot, but the analogy will do. As you can see, Makari, there is a human with me. She is under my protection. If she requires protection, it should be from your humor, Cersei. Now, what is it that you want? Then he's all upset that she called. Did you call him Mockery? Yeah, Mockery. That's more than... Yeah. That name has a familiar ring. Why not? His mania for fast vehicles has made that name notorious. Only you humans have continually mispronounced it. Yeah, she can call me Mercury. We Eternals have learned to live with the speech impediments of humans. Have we also come to ignore the savagery of the deviants? They're back, Mockery. They've come out of hiding. So, that's, you see, the idea is that there was a Mercury, just wasn't what the myth said. You get it. Look outside this window. New York City is aflame. It's been subjected to a surprise attack. The deviants are swarming everywhere. And thanks to bail reform and defund the police. Anyway, I know you well, Cersei. My guess is that you've beaten off a few already. They look like devils and scaly demons. Ugh. And don't look now, but guess who? Is he missing an ear? Anyway, you know how that rat pack operates, Mockery. They're using mutates to panic the humans. And, well, now that they've discovered an Eternal in this town, they'll be back here for another try. That's why I've contacted Olympia. Cersei, look out behind you. The warning comes too late. Cersei and Margot are roughly seized by the invading mutates. Remember the Eternal's eyes. They can destroy. She can't use her powers while she's sleeping. So here again is where Jack Kirby introduces this, and it's clear, I think, that he meant for it to be a separate thing from the rest of the Marvel Universe, but that's not how it works in Marvel, because there it is. Oh, these mutants are bad, because they're mutates of the deviant race. And I mean, it's a race. I mean, they never had a chance. You named them the deviants. What did you expect from them, Meanwhile, on Mercury's psychedelic-shaped widescreen TV, in Olympia, Mercury stares at a view screen in anger and frustration as Cersei and Margot are carried off. Cersei. Oh, yeah, it's interesting enough, later on in the Neil Gaiman version, Cersei and Mercury were a hot item, Anyway, she's talked enough, foul eternal. Deviant dog, he'll pay for this. He'll soon be begging for mercy. Yeah, I'm just not up to snuff to do voices and stuff, because, it's been a bad week. Anyway, there is a harsh, derisive laugh. Then the screen blanks out. Ugly fool. He defied me. Something must be done about this at once. Oh, and I also better help out Cersei. But I can't act without the approval of the Prime One. Well, I wonder what he's talking about. Well, you wouldn't know from watching the movie. You got to read the actual story. Leave it to Cersei to be in the wrong spot at the wrong time. I once had to yank her out of ancient Rome during Nero's big bonfire. Oh, that's some long legs there. Mercury would go into shock if he had to stand still. It is said that he learned to run before he could walk. Tee-hee, tee-hee. So anyway, we're skipping ahead. Copyright and all. The copyright celestials will be upset. So Cersei's captured by the deviants, and here's Crow in his spacesuit and all that. Careful, Cersei. Eternals may be powerful, as well as immortal, but I've humbled them before. Turn me loose, and I'll tell the humans who you are. Crow the deviant, Crow the fake. Silence, our great Crow. Angered by Cersei's taunts, the leader of the invasion reaches out, in the age-old manner of the bully. Are you mad? Don't you realize what this may cost you? I know that you can retaliate, Cersei, but you won't. Not this time. Fair one. Suddenly, Crow's eyes widen in astonishment and fear. His gaze is fixed on the hand which clasped Cersei. No, you female fiend! What have you done? My hand, you've changed it into a gnarled and twisted stump of wood. Well, sticks and stones. Undo this brazen deed, you defiant wench. Undo this abomination, I say. It looks no worse than your face, Crow. Give us the command, Crow. We'll make her obey. Yes, give us the order. That won't be necessary. Cersei knows that her human companion will die if she doesn't obey. Eternals are honor-bound to protect those in their charge. That's right, sorceress. Do as you're told, or she dies. Whoops. Yep. So anyway, Cersei's eyes blaze brightly, emitting rays that force a molecular change. She's done it. My hand regains its former shape. I recant with great reluctance, Crow. Mistreat me again, and I'll fix you for good on my next try. There won't be a next time, Eternal. We'll make certain of that. And so we shall. Summon an air shuttle. Have both females taken to our raiding vessel. We have the means aboard to keep these two in a docile state. Moments later, a small aircraft leaves the beleaguered city with these captives. Guards, keep your guns on the prisoners. So there they go. The air shuttle glides silently across the night sky. It takes just minutes to reach the waterfront area and continue toward the river. Great Crow has thoroughly deceived those sheep-like humans into thinking that our forces have attacked from space. They have no inkling that, like the Eternals, we deviants are also native to this world. Descent is sudden and swift. A steep dive sends the craft into contact with the cold, dark waters. It submerges and vanishes from sight. We live in the sea below. Ha, 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 ha. So they're USOs, not UFOs, see? Yeah. Unidentified submerged objects. Yeah, whatever. So here we are. Oh, this is where they're heading to Crow's main ride. Once beneath the water's surface, the craft converts to submarine capability and makes for the mothership. Shuttle to Raider, open your main hatch. We're bringing guests. Bring them in. We know how to take care of them. Meanwhile, in lofty Olympia, a contest of a more athletic nature is manipulated for skill in sport. So they're playing video games, I guess. Or Sock'em Rock'em, or Sock'em Robots, whatever, I forget that old toy. Anyway, you're fumbling like an amateur with that remote control guide, Father. I've got your auto boxer on the run. Proud and foolish girl, I've lured your fighter into position for a winning blow. Not so, great one. The bout is mine. Smash. So, Makari immediately and carefully describes the incident at the view screen. So, we've jumped ahead again, but anyway, that was Zurus, who was the inspiration of Zeus, and Athena, who was the inspiration for Athena, father and daughter here, and Icarus, his sister, playing that game, and then Mockery shows up and says, oh crap, everything's going to hell in New York. And so, the picture is clear enough, Mockery, but what has driven the deviants to terrorize the humans? That shall be known to us soon, great one. We must first consider Circe's fate. Never fear for that bundle of trouble. Pity the deviants who took her captive. So Zurus suddenly explodes with rage. Huge bolts of raw energy leap from his body. Are we never to spend our days in peaceful pursuits? Must we remain forever chained to savage cousins with whom we share this world? Father, you'll ruin the furniture. Don't divert me with trivia, Athena. Your true thoughts cannot be hidden from mighty Zurus. Then mighty Zurus knows what the deviants must be taught to respect eternals. You know what I intend to do. You know that I intend to do the teaching. Well said, Athena. Go then, both of you, vent your aggressions upon the deviants. There's more to do here than join in small encounters. You heard him. We leave at once. Your wish is my command, Athena. But first, we got to get in my sweet, sweet ride. Soon after, if you have no qualms about traveling at the speed of light, Athena, then this craft should please you. I hope that this is one of your faster vehicles, Mockery. I don't like to waste them when there's action involved. So anyway, the deviants at this moment still advance in fearsome ranks. Their path is strewn with flaming debris, and the cries of terrified humans echo from every direction. Don't stop, deviants, press on. We must burn this night into the memories of the inhabitants. Ha ha ha, they won't forget this. Well, they will if they're burnt to death. Crow is well aware that at some point the humans will overcome their fear and will strike back in vengeance. They will seek and find the enemy is planting in their minds. He is planting in their mind. Cower and cringe and crawl into your holes, worthless humans. We've come back from space to reclaim the earth. We ruled here in centuries past, and when we're through here, we shall be the masters once more. A succession of mutates are struck in flight. They find themselves ablaze and crippled. So we've skipped ahead as Mockery and Athena attack the deviant. Then the unseen attacker soars into sight. Head for that building, Mockery. There's a pack of deviants on the roof. Good flying. I was able to get a fine shot at them. The dogs can't handle cold energy. This town is a flaming mess. Finding Circe won't be an easy task. When we find Crow, the deviant leader, we'll find Circe. Suddenly, I'll rid you of that weapon, she-wolf. Keep this craft steady, Mockery. We're under attack. There is a golden flash of frigid brightness. A rush of cold wind sweeps across the white, jagged ball of frost which has engulfed the craft and its living cargo. By all the flaming pits of Lemuria, the Eternals have tricked us. Then the ice-encrusted shapes of the mutates begin to tumble from the sky, kind of shatter on the ground below. The frost recedes from the surface of the craft as it leaps once more into motion. Brrr! It took intense concentration to endure that bit of whimsy. It's nothing I'd like to repeat, but it did get us free of those ugly boars. Look, Macari, there's some sort of confrontation taking place in that wide street between deviants and law guardians. I can make out the deviants' leader. Yes, it's Crow. I'd know him anywhere. He'll give us a fight, but he can also give us the answers we seek. Meanwhile, at police headquarters... Oh, no, Pentagon. Meanwhile, at the Pentagon. These have just come in, General. They're unbelievable. Astounding. But fact, Colonel? Don't look so grim. Let me have those photos. That still was taken by satellite at a height of 1,000 miles. It's undoubtedly an alien vessel in fixed orbit. Look at the size of it, sir. It's immense. Could be the mothership of those so-called space devils at the bottom of the trouble in New York City. This photo was taken by a U-2 jet on a sweep across the Andes Mountains. That structure was never seen before, until yesterday. The space devil's Earth-based, perhaps. The most frightening of the lot is this one, sir. It was taken during a low-level drop to a height of 2,000 feet. That man-like figure was seen inside the transparent structure. He's a veritable giant. A giant! With a pot of coffee on his head. Our planes are still busy in that area. We should know more soon. Good Lord. Space devils, alien giants. What can it all mean, sir? It may add up to the damnedest war we've ever fought. What this adds up to is the most exciting story ever told in comics. Don't miss the next mind-boggling issue, Gods and Men at City College. So anyway, yes, join me again for another episode of Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics, where hopefully I'll be more awake and able to do this properly. All apologies. So I'll see you then for the issue 5 of The Eternals. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.